Hello, hello. Continuing with the Python piece of code to help you develop games at home or anywhere else. Last time we needed to fix the server logic. So, according to WebSocket's documentation, let's take a look here. Or message in WebSocket. I'm still unsure what WebSocket is. Is it the connection to the client or something else? Right, so this is also a way to do that. But they say this is the better one. So this is the client, I think. Yeah. And there's a list of events, and there's a case for handling each event based on the event's type. What I'm doing here is, instead of type, I have method, but I guess that's okay. Hey yo. What up? Okay, so now I have the handler here, and there's a list of, this is a sequence of events that's sent, and I presume that, yeah, these are these are play events, whether the parameters or arguments actually for the play events, and all of the turns are sent. Here we send the winner event, and then what? Here it's introduced the creating or instantiating of the game, as in game logic. All right, and we have a snippet here of everything, I think. So basically, creating the game, creating the a lot of reacts. Thanks. Nice. So creating the cycle of players and getting a player. I presume this is player 1. And then we loop through the messages in WebSocket until the connection is closed. So I'm guessing this is the connection. Let me confirm this first. And we can continue. Okay, accept WebSocket, start connection close. Yeah, I can't confirm that WebSocket is the connection because I don't know what would raise this exception. I'm guessing the method. Hey there, nice emotes. All right. Looping through the messages and processing them one by one, and we create a dictionary of the events, and then we check for the event to be of type play, and then we're getting the other attribute or argument. So column is taken from the event as well, and then we try to apply the move to the game, which is defined here. And this would return a roll, because in Connect 4 game, when you play through your turn, what happens is Connect 4 is basically a game that is I would say a matrix of yeah, this. And what you do on your turn is you put your circle in one of these columns, and it takes a row, the bottommost row. So that's why I assume that this function, this method of the game class, returns a row, so we know on which row the circle landed. And okay, we try to do that, and if there's an exception, which is when the move is illegal, we send an error event, and before sending it we encode it, and then we continue to the next iteration of the loop if an exception is raised. But if it's not, we continue to here send the play events to update the UI. So the server sends to the player what move has been played. And then we check if there is a winner in the game, and if there is, we also send an event for that, and then we get the next player and we get the next message. I'm not sure if we are secured to every time get the message from the next player. I mean, maybe it would be nice if we have a flag or something to check which player the message is coming from. Yeah, let's see. So we receive moves. In the client, and then we process them. Okay, we get an event. Play, win, and error are handled. And then we have a send moves function. And loading the board. Getting the board. Getting the board here. Creating it here. Getting the WebSocket. Receive moves, send moves. But that's just once. That's just once. All right, let's see what's going on next. All right, so how can you make two connection handlers agree on which game they're playing? When the first player starts the game, you give it an identifier. Then you communicate the identifier to the second player. When the second player joins the game, you look it up with the identifier. In addition to the game itself, you need to keep track of socket connections of two players. Since both players receive the same event, you don't need to treat the two connections differently. You can store both in the same set. Okay, let's sketch this in code. A module level dict enables lookups by identifier. All right, we have a join dictionary. When the first player starts the game, initialize and store it. Game, we have the game connected is the WebSocket, and this is a set. So initialize a connect for game, a set of WebSocket connections receiving moves from this game and secret access token. Alright, so we have the game, we have the connected WebSockets, currently the initial one only, and then join key is a secret token. And then as a key to the join dictionary, we pass the join key, and as its value, we assign a tuple of game and of the game instance and the connected set, connected WebSockets. And when the second player joins the game, look it up. Join key to do. Didn't we do that? This is the same function, right? Same function. Find the connect for a game. Game connected equals join key. All right, so they're basically saying for the second player, we have to implement the, let's say, get join key function. And then use that join key to get the tuple from the join dictionary. And this is all on the server side. And then add the WebSockets to the connected set. Try some stuff, which we don't know what. And then finally, remove the WebSocket from that set. But all right, maybe we have to check the full version of it. Perhaps use puzzle major piece missing from the puzzle. How does the second player obtain join key? Let's design new events to carry this information. Start a game. The first player sends an init event. Okay, so first player enters, tries to access the game, and then it's with type init event, an empty event, just the type. The connection handler for the first player creates a game as shown above and responds with init join key here. With this information, the user interface of the first player can create a link to whatever join equals join key. Okay, for the sake of simplicity, we will assume that the first player shares this link with the second player outside of the application, for example, via an messaging service. To join the game, the second player sends a different init event. So basically the same as this one. The connection handler for the second player can look up the game with the join key as shown above. There is no need to respond. connection handler, second player. So we basically need two connection handler functions. I thought that's the idea behind async. Maybe I don't understand still. There is no need to respond. Okay, let's dive into the details of implementing the design. Start game. So we're in the browser here. That's JavaScript. So we have the event and we send to the WebSocket the event. Let initialization sequence to call init game. Add event listener. Board, create the board. Yeah, we saw that init game before these two. All right. And then in app.py, define a new handler coroutine. Keep a copy of the previous one to reuse it later. All right. So, yeah, we will be using two handlers. That's interesting. And shall I connect for game? So WebSocket connections received. Yeah. This is what we saw. And event send the secret access token to the browser of the first player, where it will be used for building a join link. Okay, events. And this is the response from the server to the first player. So this has changed from handler to start, and this is meant to maybe, I don't know, to handle the first player, maybe. Right, and then we sent the encoded event. And this is a temporary dummy logic, just to print the message. So async for messaging WebSocket, print the message. And finally, deletes the join key. So the whole pair of key and values. Handler receive and parse the init event from the UI. So message awaits socket.receive. All right, and we wait. So the server waits for an event type init, and then when the server receives that, it creates a new game on behalf of the first player. Right. To handle the message and set the target of that link. All right, yeah, this makes sense. So document query selector join href equals something 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 something. All right, so we basically update an element with class, an HTML element with, I believe, class join. We update its href to the URL we are currently, visiting extended with these and the join key. All right. So basically from this should go to something like this. Of course, this value in the end will be always different, I'm guessing. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Join a game will now update the initialization sequence to account for the second player. JS. Search runs. Okay, search type is init, and then if the parameters have joined, so basically this event.join get join. So we're getting it if it's there. If not, first player starts a new game. Yeah, okay. So this if block is to handle the cases of you being the second player and you being the first player. So if there is no join in the URL, no such parameter, you are assumed as the first player and you'll start the game. If there is a join parameter, you're assumed as the second player and you will join the existing game. All right, so in app.py, update the handler coroutine to look for the join key in the init message. Then load that game. Right, there is some error coroutine. So WebSocket.sends error and message. Yeah. Okay, so this is a wrapper of any error. And then we have coroutine for the join, WebSocket join key, try again connect. So we're trying to unpack the join key. If there is no such join key, we raise key not found exception, or we are actually sending it back to the player. And then if all of this passes, we add the WebSocket or the player to the connected set, register to receive moves from this game. And then we're trying to get the messages until the connection is broken or closed, and we're printing the messages. All right, and then what we have here is handler receive and parse the init event from the UI. Message await WebSocket receive. Okay, so you're getting the event as before. We're asserting this to be init. If join in event. Right, so if event has a key join, second player joins an existing game. And we call the join logic, so join this game. And if not, we're starting a new game, which is not here. It's up there. Yeah, this one. All right. This makes sense. we can implement that. We can join a game like this. And then error WebSocket message, the same thing. Yeah, we saw that. Add game logic. So play WebSocket game player connected. Such a coroutine, you can replace the temporary code for testing in start by await play WebSocket game player 1 connected, and in join by play WebSocket game player 2 connected. Okay, but this mean that won't this work with only with just one message, and then close? I mean, because we're creating the game and joining the game, but that's just once, and then in join we have the temporary thing here, but oh, okay, so until the connection is closed. All right. Yeah, it makes sense now. Makes sense. We can implement that. And this is just for 2 players. It would be quite more interesting if we tried to make it for more players. Right, there's something else here. Watch a game. Let's add one more feature. Allow spectators to watch the game. That's quite interesting, in fact. The process for inviting a spectator can be the same as for inviting the second player. You have to duplicate all initialization logic. Declare a watch global variable similar to join. Alright, so a join is for the ones who join, and watch is for the ones who will spectate. Generate a watch key. When creating a game, it must be different from the join key, or else a spectator could hijack a game by tweaking the URL. Yep, that's true. That's true. Include the watch key in the init event sent to the first player. Generate a watch link in the UI. The watch query parameter. Update the init game function to handle such links. Update routine to invoke a watch coroutine for spectators. Prevents and moves from sending play events for spectators. Yeah, quite some conditions there. Once the initialization sequence is done, watching a game is as simple as registering the WebSocket connection in the connected set in order to receive game events and doing nothing until the spectator disconnects. You can wait for a connection to terminate it. Wait closed. Alright, so def watch, WebSocket watch key, the same thing. Connected add WebSocket, await WebSocket, dot wait closed. Nice. Connected dot remove. And let me check once again for join. It was almost the same, only there's logic here. Actually, here the joining happened. And yeah, here we have this. Okay, so we basically with the second player. When we try to join, we are joining once, and then through the entire connection cycle, we're receiving messages and processing them here. All right. Broadcast. You need to send a message to the two players and to all spectators. You're using this pattern. This is very important. I will use this for sure. For connection in connected. Await connection dot send dots as event. And can't we just do can't we just use gather, or I mean WebSockets broadcast connected. All right, there is even a better way. When you need to send a message to the two players and to all spectators, you're using this pattern. Since this is a very common pattern in WebSocket servers, WebSocket provides the broadcast helper for this purpose. That's great. Great documentation and great modules and everything. Packages. Calling broadcast once is more efficient than calling send in a loop. However, there is a subtle difference in behavior. Did you notice that there is no await in the second version? Indeed, broadcast is a function, not a coroutine like send or receive. It's quite obvious why receive is a coroutine. When you want to receive the text message, you have to wait until the client sends it and the network transmits it. I have a question actually. How do we handle timeouts and such stuff? But we're not there yet. We'll see. All right, let's try to get that and see how it goes in our into our code. So we basically need this whole thing. Let's just copy and then paste. All right. This is the server, so we can basically place this here. And we are missing the start, join, and quite some stuff. Let's get them from here. All right, that's it. Game connect 4. Yeah, we'll see about that. This one. Let's create a demi class. All right, game. Where is game? We're calling nothing from game. Okay. So now this should be actually the handler. So the handler is actually in the server, inside the server, and it's exactly here, right? No? Where is it? Receive request. Yeah. Yeah, this is really like not right because this method doesn't receive the request. At first I thought this might be some package with the request, but it's not. It's a connection that will be streamed inside of here. So this should be hand connection, and then yeah, this is not right anymore. So handle connection. Then we have this we don't need. This we don't need for now. We have the handler. So we wait for a message from a client. And then it should be with type init. But what I want to do is I would like to have a lobby, and then yeah, every player should join the lobby, and then create rooms for games. Maybe a Tic-Tac-Toe game, maybe a Connect 4 game, whatever. So yeah. Yeah, init is nice. Init is nice. I can use this actually with the join. I can use it when players are joining the rooms. You can create a room and you can join a room, and etc. etc. But init here would be to join the lobby, which everyone's equal in it. So no first player, no second player, no nothing. Just players in the lobby. So this will be a bit more tricky to handle. Alright, I'll keep these. But what we need here is first to collapse this and this, and then maybe receive as as in here, right? And it's here. And then can have this initial thing. But what I'm thinking of now is, can we get this out of this method so we could override just this part, the part where a client joins the server. But for now, let's leave it like this. So basically what this means is that every player, actually not every player, yeah, every player should connect the server with the event with type init, or in our case with method init. And then what I need to do is to handle like this, to handle each connection. And this would be also in another method, just to separate the two. And why is that? Just because I want to be able to override these methods inside the classes that inherit this class. So I would like to have a generic functionality, but I would also like to be able to override this. For example, like in this subject server class, which overrides handle requests, and every handle request, and everything else is the same. And what we wrote here is in the requests. All right, so receive request, and in receive request, which was this, we are calling handle request. But this is not the case anymore. And we need to fix that, because this is basically this part. Because requests. Yeah, I can see that I've been trying to add this to here, but I don't actually need that. I can remove it. It was I guess an attempt to fix what was happening there. So I don't need this. What I need is to have an initial message, and then on connection message, actually I don't need this, and Maybe I don't need this, I don't know. This will be inside. So but I can trigger my Super Maven just not to copy these because it's annoying. Okay, enable. Not this. Come on. I was hoping you would. Union. The throw type string. Oh, not type. Ah, yeah. Sorry. So I thought. Yeah, and also it's on the target. You can please format my. Oh, you can't because. Yeah. Why though? Can't you just do this? Come on, man. I want this. One is the same, like, as in here. The only difference is this. I think, maybe. Alright, never mind. Let's leave it like this. And it should return nothing. Alright. So on connection, and then I want to pass this here. And no. Request. Cast. Yeah. Just, yes. What else? What else? Right. So we have this. This is okay. And in the documentation, this maps to which part was it? It maps to this part. Alright, so the initial logic on a new connection. And then we'll have some logic and stuff, and we'll see. Yeah. But we need this up here. Message, and this needs to be requests. Never mind. Let it be requests. This I don't need because it's inside. Is it? Yeah, it should be method. And it should be event. And this is event. But this is already loaded. I need to load that one more. Event method. Alright. What else? Nothing else. What we can keep outside of the function or outside of the method is the decoding. We could also create another method to specify what type or strategy of decoding we can have, and the generic could be this one. But for now, let's keep it simpler because this is a bit over the top and we don't need it for now. But yeah, we could basically again write a define decode request and then put this inside and return the result. And then of course we could also override that. Oh, hello there. What's going on? Okay, so on connection and then async for loop. Same thing basically. We could of course log the message, decode the requests. We should also decode the request here, but we can also let's keep it a decoded request. Or just a request, I don't know. Just for the sake of our documentation, so we don't repeat event everywhere, because it will be present here, it will be present here, and yeah, whatever. What does a local host do? Local host, yeah, this one, you mean this? Yeah, it takes the local machine, the address of the local address of the machine, and yeah, it's basically a way to refer to the current machine, the current computer, in terms of networking. And when you want to connect to something, to some process on this computer, on this machine, or if you want to host something on this machine, you can use localhost, or I believe also this, which I think also refers to the same thing. Should be. Maybe also this, an empty string. I know that for socket module, it also refers to localhost, I think. But yeah, it's basically the address of the current machine. Where did you learn all this? I learned it This specifically, I learned it by myself because I wanted to create some stuff, and I wanted to create, of course, the most difficult thing out there to create a online multiplayer game, and I still want to do that, of course. And that's the idea now. So I was forced by my needs to get in a bit into networking and learn a bit about it. I mean, are you self-taught or went to a uni? Um, no, I'm self-taught, mainly self-taught. I started with apps um, for learning programming and several books. And at that time, I didn't have access to a laptop, and I basically coded on a notebook on a piece of paper. And then when I got access to a computer, I just rewrote all that on a computer. Of course, there were many errors and stuff, but yeah, it was fun and it's a cool story. So I like uh, telling it. Yeah, basically, it's hilarious. Yeah. Do you Are you a programmer as well, or do you want to be? No, I'm a physics student. Nice, nice. I really like science. Do you like physics? I'm guessing if you're a student, physics student. But I'm currently doing a project. Yeah, I like it. What kind of project? I'm always interested in people's projects and what uh, makes them want to make stuff. In which I use Python to solve ODE. What's ODE? What does ODE stand for? Differential equation. Ordinary differential equation. Yeah, yeah, I got that. Um, like simple harmonic equation. That's quite nice. I like mathematics a lot. I'm not the best, not nearly the best, but I like it. I used to go to some competitions for computer mathematics, and it was very nice. I liked it a lot. I recommend if you find somewhere locally. Um, what is your favorite area of work? Oh, programming, definitely. Programming, developing stuff. I like to create. I like to debug. I like to tackle with problems, to tackle tasks, and find elegant solutions, most efficient ones, and yeah. And what about yours? I feel like it's sort of an art. What is programming? Yeah, I'd also say so. Yeah, I yeah, I definitely think it might be taken as art. Yeah, in some sense. Um, yeah, it's I like it. I like it a lot. Also, there is actually I know that there are people out there, developers that like to create art with programming and create patterns and some drawings, randomizations, noises in pictures, in music, and yeah, you mentioned harmonic stuff. I think yeah, harmonic equation. Also, I know they use Fourier transform for music to find some interesting stuff, and yeah. Yeah, so definitely it can be taken as an art, in my opinion, of course. Yeah, it's very technical though. Uh, so where do you live? Um, I would prefer not to share that, but for now at least. But yeah, it's a nice country, and I like it when it's okay. And you? Would you like to share? I've been coding for since 2016. I started learning programming in 2016 when I joined university. Um, yeah, so that makes for this is my eighth year. Yeah, I'm from India. Uni, yeah, I graduated as a mechanical engineer for ships for the needs of yeah, so mechanical engineer for ships for the needs of the navy, and it was quite nice. And are you last year in university? Alpha Zero. This rings a bell. Yeah, last year in university. Nice. Alpha Zero. Yeah, I'm not sure what by Deep Mind. My name is Ilian, or you can call me Ili, because it's not a standard name in the world. But yeah, Ili is nice. Alpha Zero. This rings a bell, actually. It was yeah, the yeah, plays chess and Go. Yeah, of course, yeah. So what about it? Do you like it? Shogi. I don't know this game. I haven't played it. I haven't played uh, Go as well, but what are you teaching? I wouldn't say I'm teaching. I mean, if somebody is learning anything from this would be great. Yeah, that's the idea for us to learn stuff. But I would say that actually it's for all of us to learn. So I'm trying to learn some stuff potentially from the comments and suggestions and everything. And of course, I share my knowledge on what I started to share. Actually, is um, what I've been through in game development, which is not a lot. But yeah, I share some tips and tricks I found whilst trying to make my game, any game, and yeah. So basically, game development and programming. That's the idea of the chat of the this YouTube channel. So if you have any knowledge or suggestions or advice on game development or programming development, this would be greatly appreciated. Now, programming has been my passion for almost 8 years, but there's a lot I don't know. A lot I don't know. And yeah. Yeah, got one, got none. That's okay. Shogi is Japanese chess. Nice. I should try play that. Or we should create this. We should develop shogi, shogi game, and chess and everything. But first, let's see the connections here. Right, CEO to the code request. So request, the code request. Returns the request. Right, and we need to have access to the game here. So that's basically okay. All right. So the idea is yeah, actually not go there because I'll lose the what I have for now, as in focus and concentration. Well, I hope you the the best of luck for your channel. Goodbye for now. Goodbye. Thanks for coming by and joining and having a conversation with me. That's greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. Um, so unlocked this. I have decoded request. Handle connection. I don't. Ah, yes, of course. All right. I would like to have this here as well. All right. So we are handling the requests and I think that's basically done. What I can do now is implement this and this. And yeah, so we have these. If I get a request from the client, what would happen? I'm curious. So I'll put a breakpoint here and then run the server and afterwards run the client. Right, it's happened. Yeah, something weird happened. Never mind. Run the client. Also some weird stuff. See response. See response. Aha! Alright, got this. See response. It's not found in the server because see request. Yes, of course. Socket. No, I don't need this at all. Send response. I don't need this. I think, at all. All I need is the request. No connection actually. No connection. Right. We run the server and the client. Oh, right. There's something here. Oh, right. I can check the decoded requests. Method echo. Okay. Sorts needs to be in it. Right, so let's go in it and look for echo. Nope. So here. And it. Let's have echo as well, but also in it, and then like this. I would rerun the client. Actually, stop the client, rerun the server, because it's a number point. And then run the client again. And on connection, assert. Right, and then this is okay. And then I would like to have a breakpoint inside of this method as well. But I don't. Because I don't have another request, of course. Yeah. So basically, currently, the server is waiting for a request from the server, and I need to pause for a little bit, and I'll check that in a bit. So be right back. All right, I'm back. So yeah, basically, currently, the server is waiting for the next request by the client. What they can do is and request, and also I can add another request. Or I can just add the same request twice. That's okay. All right, and I can rerun the client, and I'm having the on connection method, and then the above exception was the direct cause of the following exception. Connection aborted. Error. An established connection was aborted by the software in your host machine. That's weird. That's rather weird. Let's stop everything then and close these terminals because I don't like how they look. Start server. Yeah, okay. Let's stop the server and just discard these and start the server again in new terminal. That's the same thing. Why? Yeah, well, I guess never mind. Client and yeah, same thing. And this is the client sent 1011. All right, let's stop the client and look inside the server. Request in WebSocket. I just okay, and then go inside. What? Yeah, handle requests. Then next. Of course, we never sent it back to the layer. This one, I think. So if I go to server, send the request. Yeah, it's never sent back. Send response. Response and a WebSocket. Let me join the channel. Can I? Which channel? The YouTube channel? You can subscribe. If that's what you're asking. Yeah, of course you can do that. This would be great as well. So welcome. Yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for anything. If you learn something specific. Okay, so this returns the request. Then I can have the response. Response, of course. Yeah, that's the way. So now it should be all right. It should all be all right. Start the client. Nope, it's not all right at all. Didn't even reach the point here. Let's try again. Would you please? No. No, you wouldn't. Request. Return request. Okay. Let's rerun this again. Okay. And it breaks here. All right. What's going on here? Can I just... Haha. But why? Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah. Handle request is overwritten, and that's why I never reach it to here. So handle request should always be collapsed here. What I need is up here and check this, but it never reaches this breakpoint. Why? Oh no, request to event. This is event, and this is the server. Do I need... Yes, of course, I need the other server. GG. Why game over? Are you subscribed? Oh yeah, great. Great. Great to hear that. Thanks. Hope you like the content. Um, request. It's blurry. Maybe it's the connection. This time of day, the internet maybe it's a bit slower. And that's definitely not nice. What site are you on? What do you mean, site? This is event. So here, this event, get method. If you're asking about the channel, the YouTube channel is on YouTube, on Patreon, on GitHub as well. What stuff is? How do you make YouTube videos? Currently, I'm more into streams. I'm streaming more. But and for the streams, I'm using OBS, and basically that's it. And I stream on YouTube. I used to stream on Twitch, but the community is not that big there. So that's why I continued with YouTube, and because there are quite some subscribers here, for which I'm quite grateful. And yeah, but regarding the videos, there are some videos on the channel already. I just record my screen and take a bunch of tries to record a video, and then maybe edit it. Actually, I do edit it every time and add some background music most of the times, and I do this with DaVinci Resolve, and yeah. Line 108. Alright, so it's here. Are you using iPad, laptop, Chromebook, or a camera? No, I don't. I'm not using iPad, laptop. Um, I'm using Asus laptop and a Razer camera and a Razer microphone. Of course, I'm not paid to mention these brands. Yeah, I'm not using iPad nor iPod as well. Oh, you're going? Okay, bye. All right, so after here, process event, and same thing is needed here. And all right, so stop the client. Start the server. Run the client. Right, it's returning this process event. And then send. All right, so responses to all the subscribers. That's not ideal, but okay, never mind. Then the client receives it. And then when the clients, they respond to it. Other response, and then get response. Let's get response. It's this, and main client loop. It's this and this. Okay. So we get in this, and then this process response. Yeah, and update UI, which is in the game client. All right, so I would like to basically remove all of, oops, shouldn't have done that. I would like to remove all of the breakpoints and then have a single breakpoint. Where was that? Client loop, get response, process. So here and here, because here we're receiving a here we're receiving a list of responses, and we shouldn't receive a list of responses. Actually, why not? Why not? That's okay, I believe. All right. Then what's going on? Update UI. Update the UI, whatever this was. Print something something, and it asks me for an input. Nice. We've closed the cycle. That's okay. That's nice. That's nice. Whoa, that was the first client-server cycle, communication cycle, we managed to accomplish for this one. So let's wrap it up for today, and yeah, we'll see each other next time, and we'll update the documentation after we add some additional stuff, as in requests, and yeah, well, we'll see next time. Yeah, documentation needs to be updated as well. All right, I am shutting down everything, and I will love it to see you next time as well. So bye for now. Bye bye.